morning, y'all. What's happening today? Well, we had every intention of coming back yesterday and putting the blade on the bulldozer, but there ended up to being really bad storms yesterday. It was like 99% chance of rain yesterday at noon, and I didn't really think that it was reasonable to make the trip up here and quite possibly just sit here in the rain and not get anything done. So I stayed home and edited video all day. But today we're going to, what I hope is at the end of this day, I hope that bulldozer is operational. So let's see how that goes. It's going to be a great day either way. Let's go.
Hey, I'm actually going to go down a little bit on the dozer because it'll All right, come on in. Come this way a little bit.
In?
This way,
left.
Towards me, yep, your left. That's good right there. Now, you're about 4 inches away from the pin. You gotta drive it in. Stop. Now, go straight down, only a couple inches. Stop right there. Go down just a hair.
Watch out, you're going to get paint all over your fingers. Drive in?
Yeah, go ahead. It's on. Okay. Whee! That's nice.
I was just gonna hand tighten mine and see if I can still move it or whatever. This thing's full of water.
Yeah. It keeps draining everywhere.
Yeah.
That's good. Just adds weight, right?
Yeah, yours looks like it might be still a little goofy. It's not tight enough or something, maybe. I don't know. Well, she still moves. Well,
Definitely hard.
that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to move
Too easy.
too easy. You want it to have a little tension. Zach, did you tighten these up with this breaker bar?
Yes.
I think we're probably going to have to put some... No, forget it. That one moves easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got that other pin? I don't want to get that in there too far before this thing is lined. It turns pretty easy. Can't get any more than that. I need that hammer.
Alrighty.
Yeah, just like that.
Yep.
Perfect.
Now, we'll fire it up and do a test. I want to make sure that all these things are going to be nice and... Yeah, watch out for that.
That's what you do before you pull the drain plug out. Because if you don't, you'll eat that for lunch.
You want me to just go till it's halfway in the sight glass over here?
Nah, go until it's full or we run out. Because I'm sure that there's still some air bubbles somewhere in here.
Well, the angle cylinder is still completely,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not even going to touch that thing.
Right. It damn sure wouldn't move it though, would it? Hose is backwards.
This stuff's too expensive to be that low.
No, no kidding. Oh boy. Oh, I see it in the sight glass.
Oh boy, that makes me feel good.
Oh, it's filling the sight glass fast.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because we're out. We had another great day, but every single day does not come and go without some type of learning experience. And today, I had such an experience. Now let me tell you what happened. I sometimes I just get so busy that I just don't do the right thing. And that kind of happened in that when Zach cut all of the pads off of the old chain, we just cut them off. You guys seen us, we blew them off with a sledgehammer, and we just left them sit on the ground. So we got a couple days ago, we finished up the chain and pads on the left side of the dozer. Today we were finishing the right side of the dozer. And so I go over here and I'm digging the pads out of the dirt, whatever. Zach had taken, 4 pads off.
Yeah.
Initially, we pulled the nuts and bolts out so we could get to the chain to cut it in half. So we get the 4 out of storage. I find a few on the ground, and we're missing 2. I'm like, okay, so maybe we took 6 off, 3 per side, and that's why we're missing the 2. So we looked back in there, looked all over the place, couldn't figure it out. I started getting real frustrated with myself because every time I do something half-assed, it always comes back to bite me, always. So I figured, well, I left them laying out here, didn't put them away, and we've lost them. And we looked. Zach poked the ground trying to find a piece of metal in the ground all over the place. We were looking places that they would never be. It's like looking for your keys in the freezer. They're never going to be there. But when you lose all hope, you go to great lengths to make yourself look stupid. And let me tell you, we spent about an hour and a half doing exactly that. We looked all over. I had the excavator out here moving the chain around, thinking, well, maybe I threw the chain on top of 2 of them. I don't know. So after about an hour and a half, I sat in the excavator, and I stopped, and I thought about what our situation was. And I thought, hey, one of 2 things is happening here. Either they're sitting on the ground over here and we haven't found them, which is highly unlikely. We looked for an hour and a half. Maybe we used them to prop something up or used them for spacers on something and forgot what we did. That's a possibility. But none of those things were very probable in my mind because we had done everything we could to try to find them. So the lesson I learned today is that when you buy an old dozer, and I thought it was funny because one way you can always tell how good this chain is where this idler is right here. If this thing is all the way forward, this track has been tensioned about as far as you can tension it. So I always kind of thought in my mind, I thought, you know what's kind of weird is that this chain is so worn out, but yet our adjustment was always way back on the rail. I thought that was odd. So I sat there in that excavator thinking, what the hell happened to our 2 track pads? Well, let me tell you what happened. Some clown pulled this idler all the way back. They drove 2 of these pins out, pulled a link out, slid them back together, put the pin back in, and they shortened the chain by 1 link. Guess what happened? You shorten the chain by 1 link on each side, you got to take 1 track. It's 1 track pad short. 2 track pads. So Zach says, damn it, you know what? I'll bet you that's what's happening. He counted the old one, counted the new one. Guess what? There's 1 more link in the new chain than there is in the old chain. So we spent an hour and a half looking for something that didn't exist. Oh man, what a day. But listen, we had a very, very good day, and they always get good when you're nearing the completion of what I would consider to be a big project for us. We've never done this before. It seems like everything actually works. We got the blade on this morning first thing. Zach finalized all of the hydraulic lines. The only thing we're missing is we got the wrong size nut and bolt is what we're using. They're actually supposed to have roll pins in them. I'm not putting a roll pin in it. I'm just going to put nuts and bolts. Just like all the rest of these have. I mean, everything. Oh, here's one. It's just got a nut and bolt holding it together so that pin stays in there. So, now probably in the next video, I'm going to demonstrate to you guys exactly how much play or slop is in this machine now, and it does have some. I'll show you where it's at. Compared to last time, I've got video. I'll throw a little something in there when we do that. Probably do it next time. I'm not going to mess with it today because we found a guy locally that has some spare parts for this machine. And what he has is, he has this C-frame, this crossbar, and a blade. Now, this piece right here, you can't buy them new. You can barely find them used. The newer machines that you can buy those, they're almost $7,000 for that one piece to buy new. Now, a real wear item on this is this guy right here. I can buy that new, and I think it was like $2,500, which honestly to me didn't seem that bad, because it would have been worth $2,500 if it actually came with the bushings in it. Oh wait, if it came with the bushings and they fit the pin, as long as I don't have to, but man. That thing is 100% together. It's back full of hydraulic oil. This side is 100% done, other than tensioning the track. We haven't done that yet, and it's got new seals in it. It shouldn't be a problem. Things are always a problem, but it shouldn't be. So basically, I haven't figured these out yet, how to oil them. That's no problem though, that's easy. So we've got to put oil in our upper rollers, tension the tracks. We still have to swap out the hydraulic oil in this drive, the one that originally didn't have any in it. We just want to drop it to see what's going on, why, what kind of shape it's in, if it's okay. We've got to get, like I said, a couple of nuts and bolts to put in here. We've got 2 floor panels to put on. And other than that, those are what we need to do. Now, I am taking 1 pad with me, because the guy at John Deere, our local guy Sherman, the parts guy at our John Deere dealership, he says they have some used pads, but they are not pads from a 450. So, I mean, listen, if they're even close, if they're just, some of these pads are wider, we'll cut them off. I don't even care. Just for something to use for now. Now, we bought all of our parts, all of our big parts, we bought from a guy named Justin at J&D Equipment. Man, it was like effortless. Really good prices. They came when they listen, I don't shout out to people, never. You've never heard me say this video is sponsored by whatever, don't care. But when you actually get good service, you get what you feel is a fair price. It shows up when they said it should show up, and it all goes on the way it's supposed to. That's a good thing. So when I called John Deere this morning and they said, listen, those track pads are non-existent. You got to find them used, or you got to find something, whatever, we don't know. Cool. I called Justin and I started telling him what my problem was. He said, let me check. Not only did he find me 2 track pads, if people have track pads, they don't want to sell you 2, they want to sell you all of them, because then they have a half set, they don't have complete sets. Justin not only found them for me, sending them to me for free, because we had done business with him in the past. Man, I'll tell you what, I just can't say enough about a company like that. I never expect anything for free. But man, shout out to Justin at J&D Equipment. He definitely came through for us. Now, the pads are in Texas. They got to come a few states. We'll have to get them when we get them. Meanwhile, I need to go to work, so we're gonna find something, even if they're junk local pads, something that we can put on here to use for a minute till we can get going. So, I mean, as much as we wanted to drive this thing off of here today and come in the morning and start pushing dirt, that's not going to happen. We're probably at least a week behind what I thought I was going to be. Actually, we're a month behind where I should be, but we're a week behind where I thought we were realistically going to be. But it's all good. We're going to come in here tomorrow. I got to go to John Deere in the morning to look at them track pads. We're leaving right now to go to look at the used stuff to see if I can, I mean, I'm just going to try to steal something. If I can't get it for almost nothing, I'm not going to buy it, because when I sell this thing, I might never use, I don't know. I could always resell the parts later or whatever, but I don't want to put the money out right now if I don't have to. So, with that being said, we got a bunch done. We learned a lesson. Thought we were more retarded than we actually are. And whatever. It's all good. So listen, y'all. I appreciate you coming and checking out the videos. Thank you very much. We will be back tomorrow with the same type of substandard YouTube video BS for you guys that we hand out every single day that we post a video. Substandard. We'll be back tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. I know we will.